Guaranteed is such a strong word, and look, I know what you're thinking. The only thing guaranteed to return is Yamatsukami in Monster Hunter Stories 3. But jokes aside, well, nothing is official. When you look at some of the monsters in game and the skeleton data that we currently have, some of the monsters in this list I'm about to share with you are likely to return. And the first one on this list, it's a monster we haven't seen in a decade. Emerald Congalala, a subspecies of Congalala. I like this monster. It was introduced in Monster Hunter Freedom Unite and later appeared in Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. This subspecies is typically found in habitats similar to those of Congalala. Although, unlike Congalala, Emerald Congalala has strikingly vibrant green fur. It also has a large, thick beard around its chin and a tall hair crest on its head. What makes this monster unique is its ability to store a greater amount of gas in its body, allowing it to produce wider-ranging flatulence, aka farts, when threatened or provoked. It attacks much more aggressively with its claws, often following them up with heavy belly flops. Basically, this subspecies farts more often and attacks much faster. If this monster were to return, I can imagine it camouflaging itself in the trees of the Scarlet Forest due to its green fur. Next up, we have Copper Blangonga, a subspecies of Blangonga. Again, this monster was introduced in Monster Hunter Freedom Unite and later appeared in Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. Unlike Blangonga, this subspecies inhabits warmer regions such as the desert. Its body is covered in mix of brown and gray fur with blue accents on its face, large tusks, and powerful limbs. These limbs are strong enough to lift and hurl massive chunks of rocks at enemies. What makes this monster unique is that it has grown bigger and stronger. It relies on its physical power to take down enemies, compensating for the lack of a pack. If this monster were to return, I can imagine it lurking in the Windward Plains, and when in combat, it would throw sharp Fulgurite shards at us hunters. Another one on my list is Purple Gypceros, and you guessed it, it's a subspecies of Gypceros. Again, this monster was introduced in Monster Hunter G and later appeared in second-gen games, Monster Hunter 4 and 4 Ultimate. This subspecies is typically found in habitats similar to Gypceros. Purple Gypceros' appearance is as the name suggests. Moreover, its wings are reddish-orange, its tail is green, similarly with the lines of the side of its neck. The difference between this and the normal version is that this subspecies' poison is deadlier and the monster is violent when enraged. I still find it strange that Gypceros in Monster Hunter Wilds dwells in the Windward Plains rather than in the Scarlet Forest. In previous games, it used to inhabit forest, swamp, and jungle regions. Let me know in the comments what you think the reason is. Oh yes, my beloved blue Yankutku. I remember back in my early days of Monster Hunter, I used to hunt a lot of Yankutkus because that was how I was able to farm a lot of my Zenny. Its armor was also decent for getting an attack damage increase, similarly with Blue Yankutku later in the game. Anyhow, the Blue Yankutku is, you guessed it again, a subspecies of Yankutku. As the name suggests, its carapace is blue with a few tinted highlights on its beak and ears. Surprisingly, blue Yankutkus are usually smaller than standard Yankutkus, but they're not to be underestimated. They are stronger and more aggressive, constantly pecking and spitting a fiery liquid. And much like Yankutku, This subspecies is typically found in the same habitat. Now, I wonder, do they come in packs too, and do they get along with the other kutkus? Next on the list is this horrible, most pain in the ass monster to hunt in every Monster Hunter game, Black Gravios. It's a subspecies of the already humongous Gravios. This monster was introduced in Monster Hunter G and later appeared in second-gen games and for Ultimate. Hatred aside, this monster is distinguished by its dark armored shell. This is due to the immense amount of internal heat which discolors its tissue. Because of this, their heat beams are much more powerful than the standard Gravios. This subspecies is found in the same habitats as Gravios. Did you guys also have a hard time hunting this monster back then? Actually, I just want to mention this subspecies, but it's unlikely for them to add another Nerscylla when we already had another one during the Final Fantasy Omega collab. This next one is Shrouded Nerscylla, a subspecies of Nerscylla. This monster was introduced in Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. If we take a look at the appearance of Shrouded Nerscylla, this monster has the skin of a Kezu on its back, giving it immunity to ice elements. Its stinger attacks are poisonous and it can also inflict paralysis from its back or perform multiple web swings. Again, it's unlikely for this monster to return, but if they haven't added Nerscylla clone, I can imagine seeing this monster lurking in the Windward Plains at night. Speaking of other monsters that are unlikely to show up, but I'll bring them up anyway, there's Ivory and Abyssal Lagiacrus. Since they finally added Lagiacrus after so many years, it wouldn't hurt to see some of them add one of these two as well. Ivory Lagiacrus is the subspecies of Lagiacrus. Basically, this monster has comfortably adapted to traveling and hunting on both land and water. Also, it does a better job of holding an electrical charge. Abyssal Lagiacrus, on the other hand, is a rare species of Lagiacrus. This monster dwells exclusively deep underwater and can be seen by the blue glow of its electrical organs. Its body is much larger and it can continuously hold a powerful electrical charge. Personally, I would love to see Abyssal Lagiacrus again, but it doesn't seem like we're getting underwater combat in the Wilds expansion. This next one, without a doubt, I can guarantee this monster will return in the expansion, the Metal Wraths. If I recall correctly, there hasn't been a single Monster Hunter expansion without these two. I find it a bit strange because lore-wise, aren't they supposed to be rare? Yet we see them all the time. Actually, now that I think about it, the developers could really emphasize their rare status if they could only be hunted in the wild. Imagine if you couldn't create an investigation for them or post an optional quest, it would just be down to plain luck spotting one in the field with a very low spawn rate. Of course, I know this idea wouldn't be taken well by everyone. A lot of people would just spam rests at the camp to get them to appear, and other issues. Anyway, I'm not going to explain what they are or what they do since they've appeared in almost every game. Monster Hunter Wilds has an incredible roster, but something's missing. We haven't seen any subspecies as of yet. Imagine we're out in the wild. Surely we're bound to see something, at least a few subspecies, variants, or rare species, right? It's a pattern we see in basically every Monster Hunter game. Capcom does this because it's a simple way to save development time. They can reuse the skeletons and assets that are already in-game to give us a massive roster without having to build every single thing from scratch. I mean, the groundwork is already there. Most of these monsters just need some new textures and new movesets. Now, would it be disappointing to not see these monsters? No, I believe it's best if we get more new monsters in the expansion, along with interesting subspecies, variants, or rare species of the new monsters we've already faced in Wilds. What about you guys? What are your thoughts on these subspecies? If you enjoyed today's video, please subscribe and check out our Patreon. I've been uploading some behind the scenes, video updates, and other unreleased stories there. I highly recommend you check it out. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.